Amber, $16 billion is paid out to influencers annually. Where does LTK fit in this ecosystem?
Well, LTK will hit $2 billion that brands have invested in LTK as of this year. So we're a pioneer of the ecosystem. We started back in 2011, and we created a space that's specifically creator-guided shopping. So when you think of the broad landscape of social commerce, you have brands and retailers involved in that as well. We are the piece that's creator-guided.
And there have been some big players that have kind of dipped their toes in that water. Instagram pushed in. They had influencer programs that they then pulled back on. TikTok is still new to the scene. Where do you kind of play with the major social media platforms? Because, look, that's where a lot of the influencers' audiences are.
Exactly. You know what? The catalyst for this entire industry was really three things. It was having the tools to create in your own wallet and in your own purse. It was the platforms that allowed you to find an audience. And the third thing was platforms like LTK that allow you to make money doing that thing. The platforms are really a complement to our business. They actually make it possible for us to bring new creators into this ecosystem, and then we get to help them actually create a business out of it.
And one of the platforms that's really taken off recently is TikTok. A lot of folks are growing really big audiences there, but there's a question as to whether or not that platform will exist here in the U.S. Would that impact your business if TikTok was banned here and the creators that you work with?
So I think about the new platforms, and they arise about every 2 years, and we see incrementally there continue to be more of those. I think of them as oceans, and they're oceans where our creators are going fishing for their future customers to whatever the business is. So social media becomes an efficiency, a marketing efficiency to their business, but they're bringing them back home to actually monetize that follower. And so today, TikTok is definitely an ocean that our clients are fishing in, but they're bringing them back to their LTK shops, which is really the boat.
Now, 4.2 billion people are on social media. 500 million of those try to make money on the apps, but only about 50,000 of those make more than $50K a year. Certainly, a lot of those creators are part of your kind of creator pool. What is it about the ones who make money and who work for LTK? Why have they figured out how to make that work?
So an LTK creator is different from their social-only peers because they have professed this to be a profession that they're pursuing. And we see that they're waking up every day, they've got a business plan, they're executing on it, and they are gaining trust with their audience, building over time that content, and they're able to be successful with it. And so we have thousands of creators that are earning at a full-time wage. We have 200 who have earned over $1 million through the platform. And these are creators that are in it for the long term. They're in business with the brands that they're doing business with. The ecosystem in our platform works very differently because everyone wins together. The brands pay when it works, the creators earn in step with their influence, and for the customer, it's a free guided shopping experience.
If you talk to the Metas of the world, the Twitters of the world, they've actually seen brands pull back spending over the last 12 months for a number of reasons. How has that shaken out on the LTK platform? Are folks looking to you guys? How has that worked?
Yeah. Two things. One is that we have 6,000 retailers on the platform today integrated into our ecosystem. 1,000 of those joined last year. We launched a platform just a year ago that allows brands of all sizes and budgets to self-serve and grow their business by leveraging LTK creators specifically. The second thing is last year we saw that brands spent 50% more in the LTK ecosystem than the year prior. They are rotating those budgets from other platforms like search and like social into LTK because it's the most efficient platform for their marketing spend. So when we're moving into an economy or anticipating economy, like has been in really local conversation, then you start to see those brands looking to the most efficient places for those budgets, and creators are winning across multiple departments across advertising and marketing.
Now, brands you say have been coming to the platform. You've also been doing a lot. It's been just over a year since you took $300 million from SoftBank. Where has that money gone? I know you've doubled your headcount. Where have been kind of the growth areas for LTK over the last 18 months?
Well, LTK is a platform that my husband and I founded over 12 years ago. I was a creator solving my own problem. For the last many years, we've been meaningfully profitable to the point of making distributions to our shareholders. SoftBank came in last year and added some growth capital. We were able to then pull our roadmap forward. We are still very rigorous when it comes to the way that we spend our capital, and we spend it efficiently, so we're still a profitable organization, but we've doubled our headcount to over 700 people and been making some really big bets in the space.
Now, I have to ask the question, Amber. SoftBank has invested in companies. Just because they have that big check doesn't mean they have done well. It's kind of been a folly tale for some Silicon Valley companies. Where have you been really aware about the pace of your growth and how you're putting that money to work? Can you share a little bit of how you've made sure that you don't kind of fall by the way of some of the pitfalls that the WeWorks of the world have landed in?
Yeah, our profile is very different in that we're a business that was created really in a very healthy way financially, and we are still very efficient with our capital. Until 2022, we didn't pay a single cent to acquire any customers. We've only just started testing the waters to see how we can bring more shoppers to our creators, but we still run a very, very efficient and sustaining business, and so that leaves every option for us on the table. We've always oriented our business that way and plan to continue.
For folks like us that spend a lot of time on social media, we've seen the trend called de-influencing, where people are coming online saying you actually shouldn't buy these things that influencers are repping because they're just pushing them for a paycheck. What's your take on the whole de-influencing trend?
So the creator economy is quite large, as you mentioned earlier. We are a subset of that economy. And so I think about LTK creators and then their social-only peers. Social-only peers wake up every day hoping for the opportunity to get to work with a brand. So when a brand comes along, even if it's maybe not the right fit for them, a lot of times it means paying your rent or not. And so you see things happening outside of our ecosystem that don't happen inside of the LTK ecosystem, because for me, with my LTK shop, I need you to come back as a customer. So if you show up with that mascara that I told you is the best thing ever, and it shows up and it's clumpy and it doesn't work and it smudges all over your face, you are never coming back. So our creators, their success is really aligned to the outcome that a consumer wants. We want them to be a hero in their life and find success so that the LTK app is the most efficient way for them to go shopping. So that alignment with their own customer and with their own brand is what sets LTK creators apart from the larger ecosystem.
And quickly here, AI, big on the scene in social media. Net positive or net negative for the creators that you work with?
This leaves a huge opportunity for our creators. So there's so many different discussions happening with AI, specifically within our own ecosystem. We started using AI about a year ago, and it's meaningfully driving discovery within our business and efficiency for our creators. Part of the larger landscape, certainly there's a lot of conversation around copyright, and I think some of the pitfalls that can happen. Certainly it's influencing the things that we are seeing and consuming, as entertainment platforms are relying more on that to surface the content that will keep us on their platforms. I believe there's a human void, a relational void that these creators are able to then fill on their own platform, on the LTK platform. And so social, shopping has definitely evolved. And you think of like e-commerce 1.0 and the great learnings that we've been able to take from that to build on it to where we're able to get a consumer product that is meaningful inside their own home and fulfills an emotional void that the social media platforms are leaving today.